welcome back. Okay, so in this short video, I'm going to talk about students working on Iready. Iready is something that we're still requiring students to do, and we'll talk about some guidelines and what that looks like for a week with Iready. On their student page, they will click the icon that's Iready. Again, this is my teacher computer. I actually logged into my son's so that I can show you a student approach to it. So on his account, he has his teacher's pages at the top. He's in 4th grade. He has his teacher's pages at the top. And if we scroll down, you will see the Iready icon. You will click there, or your child will click there, and it will take them straight into their Iready account. For all students, again, who have been at Central, they're very familiar with Iready. Iready has reading and math, and the guidelines for a week is 45 minutes and 1 lesson passed. That does not mean they have to sit down in one session and do 45 minutes of reading, and then in one whole session do 45 minutes of math. They can split that up however they desire throughout the whole week. Let's click on reading. It will pop up and it'll have next lesson. Some teachers, including myself, we will be adding lessons to here. Now, then they would have like 2 icons that would pop up. And if you have 2, you'll see like teacher assigned lessons, or it may just say assigned lessons. If there's assigned lessons, please click that, because that will link into exactly what skills they're learning in PLP. For example, we're starting out with some number sense and place value. So I have already, excuse me, in my students' accounts assigned some additional assigned teachers lessons for Iready Math, as well as we've assigned them in reading as well. So again, let me clarify, 45 minutes a week and a past lesson. So some students may be able to complete a lesson in 20 minutes, and that's great. But the goal is to do 45 minutes. So some children may actually get 2 lessons passed in reading a week, or more possibly. Now, the downside is if the child goes too quickly, doesn't pay attention, or possibly just struggling, they may fail a lesson and then they may have to start back over. They get the option to repeat it. So that child may actually have more than 45 minutes in reading and or math, or both, before they complete a lesson. Now, how do you keep progress with your child? Right down here, the My Progress. When you click on that, it'll show you in a week how many minutes they have. So when this uploaded last week, as well as I sent out messages, I had my son log in and make sure everything was working fine. He did 39 minutes in reading, and he did pass a lesson. Now here, this is ongoing. So this is not just a weekly thing. Next week, if he passes it, it'll say 2, the week after that, 3, and so forth. But if you click completed work, it actually shows you the date that they passed it and the score that they received. And it'll be green if they passed it. And I believe it's red or yellow if they failed it. And if they failed that week, then again, they have to keep working until they pass a lesson. Now, to switch gears and check out their math, which is exactly the same, go up here, click math, and it took right into progress. So last week he did a lesson on September the 9th. He got 75 minutes. So if I go back up and make that go away, I can also, or not 75 minutes, I'm so sorry, 75%. And then he worked for 41 minutes. So he didn't get 45 minutes at all last week. But starting this week, when the program and everything starts fully, he knows that he has to get 45 minutes and a past completed lesson, or he has to continue working. So those are just some simple goals to kind of get some guidelines and understand what you should be doing. Definitely the goal is past successful lessons. The minutes is we just focus around 45. So that give or take, depending on how successfully they are on the lesson, or if it's challenging, then it may take some extra time. I hope that makes that a little more clear. And then you just hit to do, and it takes you back to the lessons. He doesn't have any, this is just his path is what it's called, where it says next lesson. But again, I really want to reiterate, 3rd grade has added assigned lessons, so they'll more than likely have 2 little boxes that pop up. And I highly, highly suggest to click on the one that it says assigned, because that's going to be the most relevant one that they're practicing skills on in PLP. I hope this makes sense. Again, message me or email me anytime at all. At any time at all, I can get back with you. I definitely will be available through school hours in the evenings. If you message me on Remind, I'm usually pretty good about getting back as well. Thanks so much, parents. Be patient. We'll get through this together.